Writing a function rule is another way of saying writing an equation. All right, on page 280, problem number 1. You can estimate the temperature by counting the number of chirps. Oh my goodness. Of the snowy tree cricket. The outdoor temperature is about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, more than 1/4 of the number of chirps the cricket makes in 1 minute. What is a function rule that represents... Thank you. You get to keep that. That's yours. You don't want to miss that. What is a function rule that represents this situation? Alright, so here's what you're trying to relate. The temperature is, the temp is, what does is means in math? Good. Temperature equals 40 degrees more than 1/4 chirps in a minute. Alright, so what letter do you want to use for temperature? Sarah?
T.
Good. T. Is means equals. Now, we got this 40 degrees. More means plus. How could you do 1/4 the chirps in a minute? Say it again. 1/4 C. You guys love fractions so much, don't you? 1/4 C. Okay. I don't like the way that that looks, though. Do you? No. So we're going to make it T equals 0.25 C. What? Plus 40. Very good. That's some useful information. I never knew that. I learned something new this morning. Yeah, I wasn't aware that a snowy tree cricket could indicate the temperature that way.
Doesn't exactly matter over here, though.
Excuse me?
Doesn't exactly matter over here, though. It's Florida.
Yeah, do we have snowy tree crickets in Florida?
Yeah, crickets. Yeah, crickets, but not snowy crickets.
Yeah.
Very,
Try it and see if you get it.
very interesting. Let's look at the got it on the top of page 281. Landfill has 50,000 tons of waste in it. Each month it accumulates an average of 420 more tons. What is a function rule that represents the total amount of waste after M months? So let's use W for waste. We'll use M for
Minutes or months?
months. Okay, so our W is going to be equal to, there's already 50,000 tons of waste there, isn't there? So that can be 50,000 plus what? They average 420 more per month. 420 M. Any problems with that? I don't like the way it looks, so I would make it 420 M plus 50.
We don't like the plus 50.
I don't know. I like to do my multiplying first and then add. I don't like the way it looked. How about the Got It on 281 down there on the bottom? The kennel. A kennel charges $15 per day to board dogs. Upon arrival, each dog must have a flea bath. That costs $12. Right of function for the total cost for N days of boarding plus a bath. And then, how much does a 10-day cost? 10-day stay cost. Alright, so let's use C for cost. And what's another factor in this function? Day, right? D for days. So the cost of this stay at the doggy hotel, the cost is going to be equal to, what's a constant there? The 15 bones for the flea bath, for the flea bag dog.
So 15 is the board dog, 12 is the board dog.
Okay, glad somebody's paying attention.
You participated that?
Yeah, of course. 12 plus, how much a day? 15 per day. Yeah, because I don't like the way that looks. So cost equals 15 per day plus 12. Because this is the way that you read it out of the book. In this case, it actually wasn't the way you read it, but don't know. That's just the way it happened. So they wanted you to evaluate it now for a 10-day stay. So look, let's get a little advance here on function notation. The cost of a 10-day stay is going to be equal to 15 times
10
plus 15 times 10 is 150 plus 12, and the stay at the Doggy Motel is going to cost a whopping, the cost of a 10-day stay is equal to $162 US. Listen to this story.
Wait, where's this thing we're looking at?
We're looking at page 282 now, the lesson check number 1. Total cost, C. For pounds, P, of copper if each pound costs $3.57. So your cost is going to be equal to 3.57 times what? Good, little letter P. Alright, that's number 1. This is the lesson check. Number 2. The height, F, in feet of an object when you know the object's height in inches. It's height in feet. So feet equals, if you know its height in inches, aren't you going to take H and divide it by, if you know its height in inches, okay, and you divide it by 12, that'll give you its height in feet, won't it? Alright, number 3. The amount Y of your friend's allowance, if the amount she receives is 2 more than the amount X that you received. Ooh. So Y is going to be equal to, what's Y going to be equal to? $2 more than the amount X you receive. Good, X plus 2. The volume V is going to equal of a cube-shaped box whose edge lengths are 1 inch greater than the diameter of the ball. This is a good one.
It's a box with a ball in it.
It's a box with a ball in it. Okay? So one, you got to figure out how to find the volume of a cube. So the volume is going to be equal to a side to the third. Right? If you have a cube and you want to find the volume of it, you take this side and you take it to the third power. Because in a cube, that the width and the height and the depth are all the same, or the length, the width, and the height, they're all the same. That's why it's called a cube. That's why something to the third power is called cubed. Okay? So whatever that dimension is, you're going to cube it. So what they're saying is that volume of a cube-shaped box whose edge lengths are 1 inch greater than the diameter of a ball. How could you represent 1 inch greater than the diameter of a ball? And what are you going to do with it?
Cube it.
Cube it. Very good. Okay, so you got a ball that's going to be 1 inch bigger here, 1 inch bigger here, 1 inch bigger the other one in the back. Okay. Questions? All right, your assignment for today is page 283. (8 through 23). Be sure to check Edline for homework. I want to offer this too, so pay attention. Okay, any quiz that you scored less than 50%. Okay? Any quiz you got that you've scored less than 50% this 9 weeks, you can retake the makeup on Edline. Okay? So any quiz that you scored less than 50%, you can, oh boy, you can retake the makeup on Edline. Clear? So you took a quiz in class, you got less than 50% on it, you can retake it. I'm going to average the 2 scores together. Okay? Any questions?
So it's just under quizzes.
Yeah, what you would do, what I would recommend that you do is you go to private reports, look at your private report, print it. Look at your quiz scores. See which ones, if any, are below 50%. If they are, circle them. Then one at a time, go back and do the study guide for that quiz, and then take the makeup for that quiz. And it's under makeup quizzes. But do the study guide first. Don't just go retake the quiz. You might do worse than you did the first time. Okay? Do the study guide. Maybe even watch some notes. There's not many notes for you guys on there. Do the study guide, and then retake it.